First off, I want to thank the brave men and women who work behind the wall. I want to thank them on a national level because their job goes unrecognized.
How do they try to turn a guard?
Well, correctional officer. Sorry, I apologize. But correctional officer.
How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi, host of Tear Talk. You know, Russ did a good video yesterday, or the other day, on obligation. Basically, I do for you, you do for me. Good manipulation tactic used by inmates. Definitely a video worth doing. Hopefully you guys were able to get a lot of information from that. I want to compliment that video and talk about shopping for staff. Does anybody not understand what shopping for staff means? It means when an inmate gets a no and then goes to other staff members in an effort to get the yes. It is a tactic that's used by inmates, but can easily be discouraged by us if we're consistent with each other. Now, when I come back from our sponsor, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what shopping for staff is and ways to discourage inmates from trying that tactic on you. All right, guys, so if you haven't, the show Tear Talks for you, you brave men and women that work in corrections. So please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. That bell's going to notify you every time I post a video. Stand by for our sponsor. When we come back, let's discuss shopping for staff.
I wanted to attend a university that had an intelligence program. I wanted to look at problems different. I wanted to increase my critical thinking abilities. AMU offered those avenues to expand. Obtaining your degree as an adult, you're actually paying yourself and investing in yourself. You can't put a dollar on it, it's priceless. It's something that can never be taken away from you.
American Military University. Learn from the leader.
Thank you guys for listening to our sponsor. So what do I mean when I say shopping for staff? What I mean by shopping for staff is I'm an inmate. I go to Gangi. Hey, this is what I need. Can you give it to me? And Gangi says no. That answer I don't really like, a little bit unfavorable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to another officer and I'm going to try to push a yes. So they're shopping for staff and they're going to keep on going around until they get that yes. We need to nip that in the bud immediately. And one way to nip that is be consistent with each other. You're my partner. You should know what to expect from me. I should know what to expect from you. And that should manifest its way on the unit in that consistency pattern, which means that if I set a level of authority, you follow through with the same level of authority. We cannot be inconsistent because inmates will go ahead and divide. They will find that inconsistency and they will ride that wave. They will do that. Same thing with supervisors. Inmate comes up to me as a frontline employee and says, hey, can I get this? And I tell them no. And then they go to you and then you quickly change the yes without really understanding my premise for the no. That's a problem too. Because again, you just circumvented my immediate position of authority. And what the right way to do it is maybe my no is wrong. I don't know, but ask me about it first. Talk to me. And if I am wrong, give me a chance to correct it with the inmate. Simple. Hey, you know what? I know I told you no before, but I've been looking into it. Let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can make that a yes. Give the power back to me to correct this situation. But again, we need that consistency with each other and we need that consistency between shifts. It is paramount. Know how your partner, if you're working with a partner that runs a tight unit, run a tight unit. That's how it's got. You guys got to be on the same page. It's key, especially for partners running the unit. And obviously the bigger scale of things. We need to be consistent on all levels. With management, in between shifts. We have to always be consistent. But right here is what is surface. Right here, it's immediate. This is my partner. We should be running a unit the same exact way. If we run the unit the same exact way, the inmate's going to know that the answer they get from me is going to be the same they get from you. And they know that because they see us communicating with each other. Now, if you have an officer or a partner who just doesn't want to give you that, who doesn't want to give you that consistency, and you try talking to them, hey, listen, I'm running a unit this way, and you tend to be a little bit more lenient. That's messing with what I got to do. And now the inmates are going around me every time I tell them no, and they're going to you, and you're giving them a yes. That's disrespectful. So we gotta work this out right now. We got to work this out to the point where, hey, this is what I need, this is what you need, and that's the way we run the unit together, because right now the inmates are causing a bit of a divide, and they know it, and they're playing us. So again, that's the civil way. I talk to you in the hopes that you'll see where I'm coming from, and I'm going to listen to what you have, but if there's no meat in the middle, if there's no compromise, if there's no effort to be consistent with each other, then there's two other routes you can take. I'm sure there may be more, and guys, comment, what other route would you take? But the two routes I'm thinking of are less favorable. One route is I'm going to go to the supervisor. Hey, boss, listen, I can't work with him or I can't work with her. I need consistency. And right now we're working in two separate ways. So one of us has to be wrong. So do you mind maybe taking a look, seeing what's going on, and help us get some consistency in this unit? Because eventually, if we don't, there's going to be chaos here. And the inmates are having fun. They're just playing us both. So I need your help. I need you to develop some consistency, and I really need you to work with us to make sure that we're working together and not apart. The other route that you could also take, and you guys tell me which route you think is better, by the way, is write up the inmate. If I tell the inmate, let's say for some reason you can't eat in the public area, and then I check later on and there's the inmate eating in the public area, I'm writing you up for eating in the public area. But Gangi, the other officer told me I could. I know. But I told you you couldn't. And you went ahead and circumvented my level of authority. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write you up, and then you could say whatever you want to say, and then that officer can explain his situation, why he went against what I set forth. And then maybe that will stop it. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But it shouldn't get to that point. Those are extremes. The conversation is where it should end. Hey, help me out. Be consistent with me. I'm telling this inmate no, and you're telling this inmate yes. If we were consistent with each other, I wouldn't have to go to these extremes. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, guys, the show is Tear Talk. If you haven't, please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. That bell is going to notify you every time I post a video. Stay safe.